Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chrisley knows best. Julie Chrisley furious over accusations she faked breast cancer. That is the craziest thing. Chrisley knows best alum Julie Chrisley fired back at murmurs that she lied about her breast cancer battle. She defended herself, telling them she didn't conspire. After the pardon, she and Todd continue with their celebrity status. The couple has attended every interview they have ever approached since their release. Julie joined Unlocked of Savannah alongside Todd to discuss prison life. She absolutely called her 2 years in the cells disgusting because she was treated poorly. She received harsher punishment than Todd. Once she was locked up in the cafeteria by a worker who disliked her. Savannah, knowing the lady closely, would often complain about her mom suffering from injustice. Chrisley knows best. Julie relaunches Chrisley Confessions podcast with Todd. Todd Chrisley is a supportive husband to Julie, so they planned their future according to her sweet wish. The pair went live with their Chrisley Knows Best 2.0 podcast version on Apple Podcast and other streaming platforms. The first episode is already available, where they shared their mutual prison meal and other insights into what life was like back then. Todd boasted that he had good fast food, and his private chef had made him some delicious quesadillas. Julie only got one morsel in 28 months. The rest of the time, she only prepared her own pickle wraps. She loved tuna too, which Todd found unfortunate, even though he ate a lot of it. The reality star promised to show fans what basic rations she was given during her time through a video later on. Chrisley knows best. Julie gives an anguished response to critics. Julie Chrisley finally put all the theories about her breast cancer diagnosis to rest by addressing them. She took her podcast to show rage over those who are spreading hate against her, since they felt she fabricated her cancer. The new episode showed her reflecting on her March 2012 diagnosis and how much it impacted her. Julie started by pointing out those tabloids that claimed she faked her complete breast cancer situation. Calling it a quite crazy thing she had ever come across, Todd told her he remembers that at that time, her age was 39. She then noted that this period was full of ups and downs, but she was also on the finishing line with the treatment plan. But the least Julie thought was that haters would arise from somewhere to slam her for playing with them with a fake story. Regardless, the former Growing Up Chrisley star highlighted how she was able to meet some wonderful women who were also fighters like her in those times. Julie fought her cancer bravely despite having a double mastectomy and a radical hysterectomy. She went into remission after that, but the rumors disrespected her. Regarding this matter, Savannah cursed those people, stating there is a special place in hell reserved for them. For the latest Chrisley's updates, keep coming back to TV season and spoilers. The quiet corners of Federal Medical Center Lexington, where Julie Chrisley has been serving her sentence, were suddenly rattled by a headline that found its way past prison walls and into her trembling hands. A tabloid cover read, "Julie Chrisley faked breast cancer for sympathy and TV ratings," claims insider. Julie's breath caught in her throat. She stared at the page, her pulse thudding louder than the chatter of inmates around her. The words blurred as disbelief turned to fury. "This is the craziest thing I've ever heard," she muttered, her voice shaking with anger. Though locked away, Julie's name had never truly left the public arena. Chrisley Knows Best reruns still aired on cable. Fan accounts still posted throwbacks. And critics still poked at every Chrisley scandal. But this crossed a line she never thought anyone would dare approach. Back in 2012, Julie had been diagnosed with breast cancer, a harrowing chapter that she once shared with fans in hopes of helping other women catch it early. It wasn't just a health scare. It was surgery, chemotherapy, pain, vulnerability, and tears behind closed doors. The scars, both physical and emotional, were still with her. To now hear people accuse her of fabricating the entire experience for sympathy and ratings was not just insulting, it was cruel. From the prison's common area, she paced like a lioness. Her closest prison confidant, Carla, a tough but loyal woman who had served 15 years, watched Julie with concern. "What's going on?" Carla asked. Julie handed her the paper. "They're saying I faked breast cancer. Can you believe that? I went through chemo. I lost my hair. My kids cried beside my hospital bed. And now they're saying it was all a lie." Carla's eyebrows rose. "Damn, that's low." Julie clenched her fists. Tabloids. "They think because I'm in here, I'm weak. That I won't speak up. But I won't stay silent. Not on this." Elsewhere, Savannah Chrisley was also spiraling. She had just finished filming an episode of her podcast, Unlocked, when her assistant rushed in with the headlines. "Sis," the assistant whispered, "you need to see this." Savannah stared at the article, her jaw dropping open. She could barely process it. "Oh my God, they're going after my mom now? What is wrong with people?" Without hesitation, Savannah hopped on her podcast for an emergency bonus episode. "I wasn't planning to do this today." She said it into the mic, but enough is enough. "The claim that my mom faked breast cancer is beyond offensive. It's outright evil. I remember every moment of that year. I remember shaving her head with my dad. I remember her crying from the pain. And I remember praying to God that she would survive." Her voice cracked. "To whoever started this lie, you're not just attacking a reality TV star. You're attacking a mother, a survivor, and a woman who didn't choose the easy way out. If you think prison will silence her, you clearly don't know Julie Chrisley." Meanwhile, Todd Chrisley, in his separate prison facility in Florida, was also informed of the allegations. When a guard casually mentioned the headline during mail call, Todd's polished mask shattered for the first time in months. He looked down, his voice bitter. What kind of world do we live in where people profit from dragging a cancer survivor's name through the mud? Though he couldn't call Julie directly, Todd filed for an emergency statement through his legal team. In it, he wrote, "Julie Chrisley is one of the strongest women I've ever known. She walked through hell with her head held high during her cancer battle. To suggest she would fake something so serious for television is not only defamatory, it's sick. These accusations are rooted in cruelty and ignorance." Back at FMC Lexington, Julie met with her prison counselor. Together, they decided she should issue her own statement. Calm, composed, and fierce. In a handwritten letter passed to her PR team, Julie wrote, "My breast cancer journey was one of the most difficult chapters of my life. It was real, it was painful, and it was something I hoped would help others find strength in their own battles. To those who doubt me, I invite you to walk a mile in my shoes, through the chemo, through the fear, through the surgeries. I will not allow my truth to be erased for entertainment or clout." The message was released online and quickly went viral. Fans of the show rallied behind her. Messages poured in from breast cancer survivors and their families. One woman wrote, "Julie, I got my first mammogram because of your story. You saved my life. Don't let them make you feel small." Another tweeted, "I remember watching Julie's battle on Chrisley Knows Best. It wasn't about ratings, it was about resilience." Yet the damage was already smoldering. Certain tabloid outlets stood by the anonymous source who made the claims. Julie's legal team hinted at defamation lawsuits, while her family strategized a media counterattack. Chase Chrisley, known for his easygoing ways, surprised fans with a fiery Instagram live where he slammed the press. You don't get to call my mom a liar just because she's behind bars. She's a survivor. That's not up for debate. Back in prison, Julie found herself calmer after speaking her truth. She knew there would always be people who twisted narratives, but she also knew her body had lived the pain that headlines now denied. As she sat on her bunk, Julie whispered to herself, "They can take my freedom, but they can't take my story."